round 5. Spike looked like it was lined up for
Is that Taro?
take garage, but instead,
it's
no,
kicked
that kicks
Taro.
Yes, go.
Actual bangers on the stream today.
Has made his
And T1 is slapping ass.
Yep.
I was literally in the shower and Hannah started my stream and everything.
with that turret.
Hell yeah. They've had some really good retakes thus far.
Problem for T1 is they've still got 2 bodies stacked up on C. The only player from T1 who seems to be wise to this is Curry, who's now heading through spawn to try and hold up against this. Spike being planted, Zelsis at the halfway mark, it'll be successful. T1 have been great in the post plant. Will this continue to carry over? That's the real question. They're spread out, but they'll need to retake the site. Unfortunately for them, Automatic is a little bit too far behind, but he'll get there just hopefully a little bit sooner than he already is. Nobody's really moving a muscle right now. Waiting for utility to go on out. Automatic bursts in, knives out, but no damage that can be done just yet. Smoking his way up. Zelsis just misses out on
No way they win this retake.
Curry. Penny trades off.
Okay, I buffered, dude. I buffered.
Yeah.
I buffered.
They definitely won.
I buffered. Wait, snake bite.
Flippy.
Oh, no, they won
Way
it.
too late. Way too late.
How many times is T1 gonna get away
Fucking
with this?
buffering!
Once again, their
One dude
retake
halved it,
goes
the other dude stuck it. I
flawlessly.
mean,
Beautiful
not
job
much
there
to be
from
done there.
T1. They
Smart.
just
5-0, baby. This is what I
ability
love
from
to
the Viper
see.
as well. The snake bite not enough to deny that diffuse, and now T1. It's crazy, Parker, because we're seeing such great objective play from version 1, but we're seeing even better objective play from T1, and that back and forth resulting in a 5-0 for T1. I mean, that's devastating.
Crazy because T1's money is just not that sick too.
Great. But they've been getting
That means the rounds have been close.
Rounds, so they can definitely keep buying. They're gonna bring knives on Penny this round though, and
Timmy.
he's already out of the equation.
Say goodnight to Penny. Nice shot from Automatic. He's been wonderful with that operator thus far, and carrying the team in terms of kills.
Tim's owning. They're all owning. This is a clean round, baby. Oh,
There's just nothing.
kind of clean.
Nothing to be done with that setup.
For Team 1, and you talked about the economy.
Yeesh.
They're trying their best, but version 1, no matter whether they have pistols or full buys, they just cannot do anything yet.
Yeah, that's a devastating round there, Parker, and you can kind of see that reflected in the scoreboard right now. Take a look at Zelsis as well. He has yet to get his first kill since his return, so a little bit of pressure I'm sure will be mounting for him in due time. Obviously,
Astro, when she was insane, was definitely the go-to pick, but now I feel like she's not as good as she once was, especially if you have a Viper on the team.
So far,
I feel like if you have a Viper, you don't need to complement it with a Astra. That seems kind of odd.
They couldn't even get into the site.
I mean, there's got to be some ring rust as well. From
Yeah.
Zelsis.
I'd complement it with anything else.
Huge Astra main.
Sure, but that's no substitute for actual live action. All the while, here goes
Well,
the Viper's nest.
maybe this will work.
Oh yeah, this might. Oh yeah.
Not had much success here, but there they go. They managed to take Curry out of action. Brax will try and stop them. Also get some intel in the process.
The judge, baby.
The halfway mark, it'll be successful.
The double judge, actually.
Miserable, and T1
They've been favoring this B site a lot already. It's like the 5th time they've hit it. And planned
the question.
You know what's weird? I would save if I was T1.
This Viper's nest as Penny guards over it.
If I was T1, I would leave.
Or not. Skadoodle looks like she loses it, or he loses it rather at the same time.
And it's looking like they are doing that.
Away. They're still holding this down. Patience was something you talked about for version 1. But right now, I think they might be a little bit too slow, as T1 are just not able to get into the site the way that they want to. Zelsis watching the doors, looking for kill number 1 for Zelsis still. I feel like that's it.
Yep.
Spike point past the point of no return. It's a save from Team 1.
Very good.
Oh,
very good.
Yep, and 4th death. Oh my goodness.
Very good. Okay, that worked out. That worked out just great. They lost the gun, but
T1 fucked up big time there. But yeah, but they saved 3. Oh no.
I think the YV1 chased us because they had shitty guns. But still, I'd save that armor. None of them got hit.
Parker, and at this point, if I'm version 1, I'll take it. All right, let's go. We're on the board. Fantastic to see. I actually like the call there from T1 to not full commit to that retake. A Viper's Pit often, especially when it's already post-plan, is going to win you the round. And clearly, version 1 were well set up on that Viper's Pit. There wasn't a lot of opportunity for T1 to retake there. So yeah, save the guns. Keep your economy absolutely stellar. And that's exactly what we saw T1 do. Now, it's a tactical timeout here from version 1, and I think this is the right time to take one.
Absolutely. You just hit the halfway point, or just surpassed the halfway point of the half of the first 12 rounds. I was trying to
Baby,
be way
we're
more
gonna see
clever, but
T1
I
qualified
realized
at
that
Berlin, baby.
I can't do fractions.
They're gonna make it all the way, baby.
Off air too, if I'm being honest. But while we reflect on this and we get a beautiful shot of the scenery here, the team credits tell you a fantastic story.
Yeah.
If V1 don't persevere in this round, they are flat out broke. You still have some room for error if you're T1. You start to hit the alarm bells if they lose round 8, and then round 9 following, that's when T1 will be in trouble. But if you're version 1, this round is as close to a must-win as you're going to get halfway through the matchup.
Yep, and definitely right there, Parker. And it's going to begin with some probing here by Garage. Penny just looking to see what he can find. There's nothing there. It's being played far back, and it's using, of course, Sky from Skadoodle.
This is the first time they've entered Garage, I think. This
whole
whole half.
Well, it's a drone answer from Effie.
And now it's like, oh, it's empty. We could have been taking this.
Yeah. Because T1's been playing so passive this whole time. They've been doing this whole passive shit, which I don't mind.
Off of that one, I don't think he got as much as he would have liked, as version 1 are still all stacked up.
I don't think any of them have challenged or Garage Window or played in yet.
The spike may as well be back in their spawn. They'll rotate out.
Ooh.
They could be making a call to head towards A. This didn't work out successfully from V1 the last time, but they've only had one round victory thus far.
Yeah, and take a look at this. We still have Curry's traps over by A, and on top of that, you've got Brax ready to receive this rotate. And it looks like, honestly, I think
Brax is ready to receive,
especially as the Cosmic Divide comes out.
Yeah, it seems to be the case now, as Vanity will expend all of
what are they doing?
All of his utility at this point. Oh no, but they've backed away. As version 1 decided to call it for a quick B.
Going
They've only
back
got 20
to
seconds
B,
left to
dude.
make this work. That's just about it. Penny is in, bursting forward, looking for
I mean,
don't have a lot of time.
intel that could be there from T1. T1 back.
Oh, nice shots.
Down, but Skadoodle will now try to blind them.
He's not dying either, or he doesn't want to. Oh, saved.
Yep, that's why they're passive, baby. They just chill.
Oh my god. Textbook stuff.
Yeah, it's these retakes are textbook, like 100%. They're playing as a unit. They're not playing individually. It's a unit.
Love it. Tyler didn't overextend there. His teammate had his back.
One organism.
Collected and tactical. Skadoodle alone on B. Realizes that it's a B plant, and instead of going for the heroic plays, instead of trying to test the Cosmic Divide, he simply waits out, knowing his team's going to rotate back in, and allows for that rotation to happen. When the cavalry
this is V1's pick as well.
Arrive, it's an easy sweep up on the site. They collapse together, and then the mid control. I mean, version 1 didn't even have time to rotate for mid to play that post plant, and it might just be because of how much time they spent faking for A.
It's gonna be almost
now
a
they
full
broke.
save
They gotta
here
save.
from version 1.
Ooh.
That's a rough spot to be in. They took the timeout, so they've obviously got a plan moving forward. But we talked about the economy in the previous round with how few they have.
Man.
These op kills to start off the round for automatic.
So good.
Absolutely clutch, and the Jet breaking in his favor over his opponent.
He dinked him at least, but
T1 now dominating, obviously.
Still should have been a freebie.
Yeah, this is a little bit sloppier than it should be.
He's holding it down very effectively, and it's
That's okay though. Get the op, no probs.
Another round goes in favor of T1. They're up.
Save 3. That's a net plus.
At this point, Parker, you have to imagine the frustration.
That's all you got to think about it. It's a net plus.
1. Because I mean, yeah, save round. They don't really have a lot of options. Now they should have some this round, but again, Zelsa still has yet to get his Can we call it a re-debut? A re-debut kill? Does that count? I don't know. I do sincerely think that might change when we switch over to the second half, though. He does have his ultimate here, so he's going to be able to drop that. And maybe that's what we'll see version 1 use to make an entry on one of the sites here.
I'm not entirely certain. We'll keep an eye on automatic so far. He's been wonderful in these duels to start off the rounds.
We'll walk A, alt.
Carry on through. And a lot of times it's taking down Penny, who has been a standout for version 1 time and time again. Losing your footing that early on and sacrificing first blood is not where you want to be, no matter who.
Ooh, that's a deep one.
Your best players. There goes a lockdown from Zelsis. He might not be able to do much in terms of his killing ability, but his utility will need to now put in work, and they're just waiting it out as it's an A take stacked up from version 1.
They're playing so safe.
In Zelsis's hand,
Oh my god.
start to get it down.
They're just letting him use everything.
Try and answer some intel as well from Skadoodle, and you just see.
I'm saying V1. They waited till like 2 seconds or something on that. Like they could have had the site. They played that so safe, but I mean, hey, might get them the dub right now.
Brax needs to be careful. Penny's down.
I think they're gonna win this round.
A retake from T1 now.
Okay, never mind.
Finds his first kill, but
I mean, they're just so.
What the fuck happened? How did that just fall apart?
That was literally like storming the beach there. They just did it all at once together.
What the hell?
They're insane.
This is an almost insurmountable lead at this point.
Yeah, Parker, it's getting really tricky here for version 1. And, I mean, okay, the lockdown didn't really amount to much.
I don't really even know what they did there. So he did the jet dash into the cloud, and then the others just sky flash followed up. I think that's all they did.
Yeah, all is one.
Basically nil. Obviously, they're waiting for the detonation so that
they were all. It just seems like they're all on the same page. That's it.
But all it really did, at least to me, is allow for T1 to rotate, to retake as a team. After the lockdown detonated, nobody gets caught. Obviously,
we're going to Berlin, baby.
T1 then begin.
And by we're, I mean me.
Back into the site,
Yep,
starting
me too.
I'm a part of this.
Me too.
Trying to gather as much information as possible, trying to disrupt that hold as much as possible, and then just all the utility coming out from T1 worked out great on that retake. They did it again so well.
I really feel like the early recon darts aren't as sick as they once were.
Version 1 has been good, but obviously
People have gotten so good and so snappy at clicking those darts that I'd rather, like right now, I would rather have a dart for what they're about to do right now.
But obviously not for much. Penny's gonna burst into the site. It's a C take for version 1.
Oh.
Need to tackle this one head on. Here we go. It might not be a full buy, but
The SMGs.
Got big damage though from Braxy. It's still winnable.
I mean,
if they give Timmy a pick, guaranteed.
Automatic and Brax trying to keep this intact. They might just hold off though. Not entirely certain. Waiting patiently. Automatic still has that operator in hand. Vandal for Brax. Brax will retake through Garage.
He does. Yeah, Brax definitely is the kind of player to clear that. But he's yep.
I don't know what game he's playing right there.
I think he's playing CS still.
Wouldn't fault Automatic for backing off, but no, it looks like he's going to try to do some damage. A single shot is all he's going to get before he retreats as best as he can. Vanity is waiting. A huge round from version 1, but they got a lot more to go if they want to make this a competitive match.
Also, let's leave the operator to get it out of play. Obviously, just don't want to deal with it on defense in case you happen to lose it again. So
he kind of used it like it was a fucking phantom, but he had a vandal, right?
Once again, contributing to that
or am I crazy?
Yeah, he had a vandal.
Yeah, I think he's 100% a phantom player, and that was just the. Well, he actually bought the vandal. Okay, all right. I'm just saying, with spray habits like that, you buy the phantom. But not Brax, I guess. And the phantom is so fucking good.
Number uno, bro.
T1 holding a
I think it's such a troll when people don't buy it. They buy a vandal. Scamming themselves, pretty much.
And that's about it. Obviously, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. Zephy scouts with the drone, spots 1, automatic, hold down the fort at C, firing blindly into Garage through that C-link, but there's nobody there to be found. Version 1 sites now might be towards this B site where, well, things haven't been quite so successful for them thus far.
Yeah, they've tried
back to the B.
It's not worked out great for them. All but one of those 2 wins. This is the last round of
they're doing it as a fake.
Trying to make something happen on the execution.
But if you're gonna do it as a fake, other people got to be ready to take advantage of that split-second difference.
They've already rotated.
Yeah, because they already know.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. But FVs is able to trade off. Brax falling away. That Cosmic Divide still up. Automatic scouting as best as he can.
I can't believe Brax is a Sova player. Like, I can't. It doesn't make sense in my head.
He gets the spike down, though, and it's another post plant for T1 where
I could kind of see it.
Thus far, they're capable of beating back V1.
But I see him more as like a cipher.
Playing the spot, you can hear the turret go off. That's some information. Yeah. Maybe no damage, but it doesn't matter. At least he knows that there's somebody playing up above in heaven. Effie's with the lineup on the arrow. Automatic bursts in. Ultimate out. Knives out. He's got his back turn, looking in the wrong direction. Don shuts down Penny. Automatic still.
Him just walked by everyone. Literally by everyone.
I don't even think they knew.
No. Okay.
That's it. But Brax gets the kill.
That trade should have happened a little bit earlier.
NT.
That's the first half. V1
good half.
Good half.
It's still a 9-3 for T1, but hey,
Let's get a pistol, close this boy out real quick.
There for version 1.
Yeah, it's better than nothing, Parker. And Zelsis with a triumphant return.
Damn it, Taro.
In that first half.
Your hair's getting wild.
And most notably, he
That's what I
won
said
that
earlier.
I love it.
And to clinch out the round. And he definitely needed.
Do they still cast Siege a lot?
Good for him.
Those were definitely impact kills.
Yeah.
And you're right. Now, Killjoy on defense. We'll see if anything changes. We've got a break lined up.
I wonder if they like
He's got
cast.
like an award or something for one of the best color casters or something.
Who did?
Kicks.
Kicks?
Yeah.
I wonder if they like casting Valorant. Probably, right? Or else they wouldn't take these.
I actually just played Siege with Kicks. What, yesterday or the day before? And he was telling me about the casting and shit, but I haven't asked him about Valorant, so next time I play with him, I'll ask him.
I'm just curious if it's their style, because it's a little different. Like, I feel like it's new, right? Like, I feel like it's new to them, so I'm curious.
Yeah, they just have to adjust and learn the game and what's possible and like what's good, what's bad.
Low beta day? I'm not in it. Or I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't know how to get in it. I don't know what it is.
All right, welcome back, everybody. If you missed it, it was a pretty lopsided first half. T1, a 9-3 scoreline, though. Version 1 did pick up those final 2 rounds. Is there going to be some momentum mentally that they can carry forward?
I wonder if Halo's going to be any good. Because, like, Halo itself is such, like, I was talking about it with Brad, and it's just such a... such an old game, you know, if they don't truly revive it, it's just a fan service at that point, right? They need to, like, revision the game for 2021 or 2022, whenever it's coming out. It needs to go through, like, a fucking crazy change to actually have interest. What the fuck? What is this from T1? This is sick.
That was a crazy pinch. Like,
Yeah,
it didn't really work
it didn't work out, but hey,
it's just they hit all the angs.
you could say the same about CS. No, not really. Its core is much. CS's core is much more refined to the times than Halo's core. You know what I mean? But anyway, if they change it up a little bit, they just need to change it up just enough, just a tad bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. See, it starts with a pistol, dude. 9-4. Win the next round. 9-5. Win the bonus. 9-6. Oh no.
But it seems that he's fully online. I mean, can you blame him? How many days has it been since he played an actual match of Valorant like this? So he's been heating up. He went almost the first half without a single kill, but now he's got some very high impact frags and is up to 7 thus far. And he's almost top.
All right, well,
frag.
match gets better now.
Things have been on the killing side of version 1. On the utility side and on the actual objective play, version 1 had been quite strong, but they were simply outfoxed by T1 on those retakes. Obviously, that doesn't really matter now that version 1 is on defense. We'll see if V1 can do the same kind of damage on their takes back towards the site. As, well, the stack up from T1, you can see those tracers. They're going to be hitting C real hard, or at least they were. The call was made. Smoke was out in front of them, and now instead, they're going to look elsewhere. It still could be a C take. It could just go through garage, but they've also got the potential for a B lined up. Curry will be the first one into garage through the doors. There's nobody in front of him. He doesn't have to worry about it.
This is not going to work, lads.
Yeah, I mean, they just want to try something with their classics together.
When it's set up well, and it looks like version 1's ready for this. Vanity with the initial
Actually,
he's taking that fight direct
oh, little spin.
Automatic will get one with the classic. Whippy though ready from Law.
Good flash from Tyler.
Down goes Whippy.
That worked out so much better than I thought.
I think Vanity taking contact was the L there.
Well, Zelsis is going to do what he can to stop them. Spike down, so you're working with the timer right now. Could be absolutely.
Oh my God, they're gonna win! They're gonna win! No, they're not. Never mind.
It's Dawn versus Penny into a 1v1. Spike down means that Penny's gonna have to bait this one out. There you go. Sound Q sees the shoulder of the Omen, and Penny is better.
I mean,
that was insanely close.
That's a dub, honestly, on that type of round.
I buy right now for sure. Wait, of course you buy. Never mind. For some reason, I thought that was. Never mind. I gotta go.
Yes.
Gotta go. Thought it was somewhere else on another map, maybe bind. I don't know. What are the maps? Do you remember?
Haven, let me check. Haven, Icebox split. Icebox is T1's fic.
Yeah.
Obviously, this 1v1 at the end, Penny's gonna have the advantage there, and he played masterfully. Great fake out on the.
I mean, shit. If T1 wins this map, it's a swift 2-0.
This scoreline that you see up at the top now is basically a full buy for both of these teams. Is that this map selected by version 1, failing to win it pushes us to Icebox, which is T1's map choice. Yeah. So that's just something to keep in the back of your minds.
Phantom is better.
Got the very first kill off of onto Penny. That's been very pivotal for both of these teams. But T1 usually prevails when it comes to the conflict. There was Automatic's playground for so long on the first half. Things have changed though, and a bit of a scout as the Wolves come out for Skadoodle. Automatic now stopping that intel. Version 1 sweeping in. They might have forfeited the first kill, but they find the next two, and then a third added to that, a fourth as well, as they are just cleaning everything. Brax will now be
T1 lost this map. Let's just go to the next.
Owned.
Wary of on the flank. Version 1 just showing that this is a defender-sided Haven at the moment. Yeah. It looks like Brax is just trying to save. I mean, he's got 45 seconds to kill. Nobody's moving a muscle, though. They know that they've got the spike down, and Brax realizes how tough it's going to be to pick this up.
Yeah, I think at this point, Brax would be well off to save the Vandal, just keep himself in contention with the very little armor he has left in the rifle. Moving forward into the next round. Long time to wait, though, and this is good time for teams to talk about what they want to do in the next round. And I imagine T1 are probably doing just that. They need to plan out an execution because currently, Parker, honestly, their executions are falling just a little bit flat. The only round that came even close was that first execution through C, but obviously since that was
like a 9-3 half, kind of reminds me of like a 10-5 half in CS. Like you can't really rule anyone out. Now if it was like 12-3, okay.
Whippy's positioning in general was great.
We're 10-2.
I love the collapse into A and the retake preemptively before they even lost control of site. Good to see.
All those first two pistol rounds went for T1 when they were on defense. Now for
volume down. Sorry.
Their defensive
My bad.
Fortunately for T1 fans, means that they're going to be hurting for at least the next round. They're going to give Brax
a little eco, a little stinger, pass the Vandal around. This is where you just go around and try to one-tap people, and he's going to do it long, I guess. Oh, it might work. Oh, okay. He's just droning, I guess. What the fuck? Get a little loose, T1. Fuck.
Yeah, don't be so tight.
They're really tight right now.
They're so tight.
Like, Brax just... I honestly thought he was just going to wide swing that.
Too tight.
And Whippy can indirectly hold that garage bottleneck despite the smokes that we're seeing from Dawn.
Sitting over now. Vicey waiting for Penny to try to achieve something against Automatic. We talked about the patience from Team 1. We'll come back to it a number of times, but they're showing it now on attack too.
Oh, they're about to get fucked. They're about to get fucked.
So much utility.
Is it late though? Oh, not really.
This is the round you get fucking loose, man. Fuck. I'm so sad. They don't have that. They don't have that looseness in their brain.
Like that kind of tight shit works on defense, but we need some loose on offense. That too tight shit does not work all the time on offense.
So yeah, sometimes you get a little fucking wild, and it sounds kind of like scrimmy and puggy and uncoordinated, but you could coordinate chaos. I mean, look at Sentinels.
Yep.
As Zellsis was fully set up with all of his utility from Killjoy stacked on that B bottleneck as soon as T1.
It's a good tack timeout though.
Oh, an absolute
Reevaluate their lives, their career choices.
From version 1 as well. Effie's coming from A-Link almost immediately into the fight, and that's great to see that teamwork come through. The communication is clearly flowing on version 1. They really want to get themselves back into this. They're still down 2 rounds as T1 take their tactical timeout, but this is definitely looking more recoverable.
This is a follow-up to Brax taking an essential timeout, or essentially a timeout as well, in the previous round where he spent the final 45 seconds saving the Vandal and just waiting very patiently. His team likely talking amongst themselves to try to right this ship. It's going to be a, well, it's going to be a tough one in this particular round. Tactical timeout is now coming to an end, and there's the buy phase to see as T1 will buy full armor, full weaponry, and they'll be ready to engage.
Bro, your whole chat is just saying volume up.
I know.
Literally everyone is saying volume up.
I know.
You should just turn the stream off.
That's a good idea.
Just put it on your second monitor and then watch it over there. And then you just look at the desktop. Oh, that's what you should do. Put it on your second monitor, turn the volume up, and then just watch it on your second monitor so they could hear it only.
That's good.
Yep.
Again, the presence from Whippy. Wherever he's playing, he's always right in front of the push. It's going to be a garage into C take here.
Oh, God, Tyler!
He tried to find a hole.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Not a fun place to be when the nano swarm is just chipping away at your HP, and Zellsis doesn't even need to be that close in proximity to it. Gravity well sucks on Dawn.
What?
Dawn needs to
Why?
I think they wanted that specific spot to play post.
Ah, gotcha.
Version 1 will now be able to retake with this here. They've got intel.
Well, makes more sense with assault and everything, so.
Falls off. They see the radius of the lockdown. They're not going to contest it. So version 1's retake now.
Oh, God.
That sucks, man.
Oh, not that bad. Never mind. Really bad. Pretty bad. The chaos. There's too much chaos going on.
Man, T1 doesn't have an answer right now. At least I got the site, I guess, but.
Pretty smart by V1, actually. Someone rushed through while the ult's going off and just stick the bomb the whole time. Pretty pog.
Who's playing in B with her utility ready for C. Got Zellsis with that cutoff as well in through connector. The only thing that really went wrong there for version 1 was maybe a little bit of mistiming on their utility. The lockdown was a little bit too slow. Some of the anti-plant was a little too slow, but it didn't end up mattering because they were so ready to take T1 at long and retake.
I got you guys. Oh, wait.
Away now in sewers, heading towards information for the that they've got
Perfect.
utility from Zellsis
Perfect.
stacked up on A with Viper, Whippy standing side by side.
It's actually so low, my game capture can't even hear it. I can hear it just fine, but it's so low that my game capture can't even pick up not a peep. But I can hear it.
It just like that was such an easy pick. Fuck. Like, where's the flash there? T1's actually gonna throw this game. Don just flashed his teammate, dude.
Can you be the hero for your team? You start with 1, but that's all you're gonna get. It's yet another round for
Oh boy, 9-9.
They're actually gonna throw this game, dude. They're looking way more sloppy this half than they were on the first half, man.
They have been struggling with this problem, Barker. The only round that came even remotely close was that 1v1 on C so long ago. I think that was round number 2 in this second half. There's been a lot of opportunities. That one right there from automatic almost could have been a spray down, but not gonna happen. They're just too ready for the retake as well on version 1's side. It's great to see because we saw this reflected in, in the first.
Curry's got a Vandal. Get a little loose.
The retakes, they did not overstep their bounds. They went together as a team. It's the same thing now with version 1, and it just seems to be a heavily defender-favored Haven right now.
So well played by Penny as well to get that initial pick off of C-Link, then fall back.
I love how Zellsis has the setup everywhere they're gonna go. He's got full A setup right now.
Now the Viper, like this is just turn around, don't go here moment.
That's where the spike looks to be. It's over by A long in the hands of Skadoodle. He was the first casualty in the previous round. You're gonna have to get.
I feel like it's a little weird that they used a Viper ult and they have all of this Killjoy utility. Seems a little odd to me, but
I mean, look at the Astra.
That this could bite them in the ass if they clear it, though. Yeah, like that wasn't good. That right there is an L for V1. It's so weird how on this map sometimes pushing too far it just doesn't work out the same.
Consecutive rounds in a row, not where they want to be. So version 1 just need to sit on this. What are you gonna do? T1 will be babysitting the spike.
T1 could win this.
Yeah, I think they might win this. So I'm getting that feeling.
Deja vu.
All the while this is happening.
Ooh. Oh, baby. Timmy, Tyler,
Eagles.
Timmy, Tyler. Woo!
We didn't see Tyler's digs, but he had a couple of wands too.
Wow, if I'm not mistaken, those last 4 kills came from Sheriffs, Automatic, and Skadoodle. Beautiful play from those two. And
That was pretty nice. That was kind of pog, I'm not gonna lie.
They got another rifle because Vanity overextended into
And it's all due to Vanity being that far up. Like, actually, though, it seems like such a good. It seems like such a good play in theory, but if you don't get 2, that bites you hard.
He probably did it to lock it because they knew they were going A, I guess. And he locked that down by knowing that, and he was hoping they wouldn't clear him or win the second fight. I don't know.
I think it's just that CS mentality. When you put yourself in a good flank position, it just doesn't work the same. In that situation, it definitely didn't work the same. Because like, you want them to go. You kind of want them to go A. Because you had 2 set up, you had Killjoy set up, just kind of hold garage with your teammate or hold C with your teammate or something. Pushing up like that and getting them. Say what?
I wonder if someone could have assisted him from like garage door.
Somebody was around C, but I think it was just too far. See, that wouldn't have been a bad play. That would have been
like
that would have been an amazing play, yeah, because
holding long C and then they swing the door.
Because Vanity was so far up where he would hear the people if they rotated C, and then he could just play garage, get ready to swing. Like, that would have been sick.
Yeah.
Penny's a gamer.
God,
Penny's a gamer.
Another for Penny. He lines up for the 3rd, but can't land the shot. Still, though, this execution in through garage is entirely blunted.
Tries a shot through the door, can't find anything. Final 30 seconds now for both of these teams to try and work with it. The streak that V1 was on.
Oh, that sucks, man. That actually sucks so hard. The flashes didn't make it.
Sustaining some damage, but nowhere near enough time. He'll walk into the waiting arms of Vanity, and these teams are as evenly matched as you can hope. Scoreline through 20 rounds is.
Damn, somebody just said, what do you think about Anubis? I don't know what that means, but having like a Anubis type character in this game would look so sick.
What does that even mean, Anubis?
You know, like the
second round after they lost the initial pistol, they kind of tried to force.
I'm trying to give an example from a game.
The Sheriffs, they managed to get that win.
Like the cat like fucking statues and shit.
Oh,
And like the face, like the mummy type, like that kind of shit.
Gotcha. So like a sphinx?
Like, you know, like the dog, like the dog mask. You know what I'm talking about? The Anubis dog mask thing.
Sphinx?
Sure, if that helps.
A
Yeah.
dog?
I mean, Sphinx is more like a cat human. Anubis is more like a dog human, I guess.
Gotcha. Like Jackal? Not the operator. Jackal. Like
Yes.
A jackal.
Yes.
The animal.
Yes. Exactly.
Gotcha.
I was like, Jackal, Rainbow Six. I'm like, wait, what?
No.
Link to see if somebody pushes from that direction. From spawn, no. Version 1 quite happy to just simply wait, at least for now.
Well, we missed this round completely talking about that, and now we're in a winning situation on T1.
Maybe we should just stop paying attention. Maybe close the stream.
Straight up.
But no, you might walk into that tripwire that's been laid down by Curry. The timer all the while continuing to tick down. Are we going to see a save here? Whippy's now back
But what would
in the way.
the
Doesn't
agent
look
do
much.
in this game?
Automatic was ready and waiting. 4 kills for him. You'll need Whippy for the ace. But it
Is that what
doesn't
you
look
meant?
like
Like, yeah, having an agent?
Yeah,
Anubis?
yeah.
will fall
I'm trying to think what would be
off.
thematic,
Their
but
second round on attack. It's 11-10.
I don't know.
So obviously, we didn't actually get to see it on screen, but that round was mostly just automatic coming up through short to
Maybe some Revenant type shit.
He bursts through the
That
cover
seems
that
not
was
fair.
Like climbing boxes.
What was it?
Well, that seems
Definitely
kinda
lead
cool.
at long.
Climbing
But-
like climbing boxes.
Long push, but there was no long push. It was in fact automatic coming in through
How about-
sight, who ended up getting that kill. And yeah,
What if
clean sweep for automatic, really.
The ult is a literal Reinhardt shield from Overwatch, and you just shield walked up, and they have to break it with like 2,000 damage.
I'm thinking an alt. Somebody said quicksand. That could be an idea. An alt like Viper, but instead it doesn't block vision, but it's like a wide radius of like quicksand where you almost have to you're forced to walk in.
It's not a great start there, obviously, for T1.
Is that too broken? Is that too broken? I think it might be too broken.
Well, I mean, we'd have to see it.
That's true.
You know?
For Curry. So T1, despite the enemy team being ready for them on C, is able to clean sweep it.
Nice Dawn.
What if you could track agents, like actually like Jackal,
Oversteps his bounds, not waiting for the rest of his team.
as your ult?
See footsteps?
Yeah, as your ult, you could see footsteps.
That'd be whack.
Be kind of whack.
That'd be interesting, but
Side by side, they are very close, and an arrow will go over from Effie's to try and give information. Will it get anything? It's in fact, it's competing.
or maybe
as Brax shoots
he'll be able to
one
see
down.
util
Effie's now in the retake, still jiggling. Nobody from
How would he do that?
with his eyes.
Goes the shot from the operator. It's
With
Dawn
his
who
eyes.
capitalizes,
Yeah.
and he realizes that
You can see
the
most of
operator that he
util
has
with
is
your
wardell
eyes
all
anyways.
around. This is gonna put T1
If you get close
on
enough.
point as Penny falls off to save the op, and what a comeback it's been from T1 and a turnaround on this half.
Yeah, really.
I really want
What
a
about,
I really want a cubic type character.
You mean Rubik?
Rubik, what? A cubic. That's not right.
What about-
Thanks.
What about like Ella, like those mines that like if you walk past the doorway, it just like stuns you?
So like breach a stun, but a trap.
Yeah, like a trap. So it like obscures your vision
I
like
fuck
that
with it.
slightly.
Also, though, I have to say, version 1, odd positioning. Again, that overextension from Vanity trying to retake alone, and then 2 players still on C, not able to get a single kill on the initial entry. That's problematic. That's going to cost you a round for sure.
Well, T1 and what could be the very final round now. Scouting out C.
I want an alt that steals alts.
Jiggle jump and Penny can't hit the shot. Onto the
Steals
side
other
for
people's
Curry.
ults?
Doesn't steal.
Doesn't seem fair.
Doesn't steal. Copies them. So whatever the last alt was used, you just have to keep track. Whatever the last alt was used,
And what looked like it was lined up
you
that
get that alt.
Do you get it as you use your ult? Like when you use the
No, it
Rubik
just
ult?
you just use it and it takes it, and now you have an active alt of whatever their
But
alt
just-
was.
Which is fair.
Oh, so they get to use their ult still, right?
Yeah, they're like, imagine a Viper alt goes off in A, and you're like, all right, well I could use that for this fucking like, well I'm gonna yoink this. It's still gonna go off, but now I'm gonna go B and use a Viper alt.
That'd be kinda cool.
But he's likely to
That's
flex
fucking
the
Rubik,
side
dude.
he can.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it's
Old
gonna
boy.
possibly be something by C or B as the
But then the
utilities-
question is, could you cheese it with your team? Like, what if it takes your teams too? What if you do like a
Wow, that was
Like-
really good.
brimstone alt and then he takes it? I don't know. Double sky alt, some shit like
Yeah, what if
that.
they ult at the same time too? Do you get both?
This is the burst. As they'll come through from A, he connects on automatic, pulls out the knives, looking for one on the skadoodle, but his shoulder shows immediately onto the objective.
They're doing it.
Spike in hand, it's a successful plant.
It would be cool, but I feel like it would be broken as shit. you
I
know?
don't. I disagree.
What would be his regular abilities then?
That would be the deciding factor if it would be OP or not, right? Because I don't.
Rubik can literally pick people up and move them. So like, can we do that? Like Magneto?
Let's go,
That's what they
Tyler.
should do.
4K, 4K, 4K.
Straight up fucking add Magneto to the game.
Beautiful play from
Just